Okay, so here's the Fire Mech with one long-range missile module already attached. But let's see how many parts we can use from the existing Fire Mech to build the second one. So let's get started. First of all, we're just going to take off this module here. As you see, this Fire Mech also already comes with some long-range missiles, but you're only getting a bank of 4. So you might want to upgrade that to get a little bit more durability with this mech. It also obviously has its fire blaster as well, but well, you know, one of those and it's out. So let's go ahead and upgrade him. Now we're also going to need to take this flag off here because there's a couple of components we'll need for mounting. Now I've just taken the module off here so we can actually use it as a reference. So we'll keep those two pieces there, but we'll see how far we get. First of all, we're going to use this flag here. We're just going to take off this piece here. So first of all, we're going to take off this module here, up the top here. We need to get some plates, and we're also going to reuse this here. So let's just fully disassemble that there. And we'll just take off the top bit here. And we can obviously just put that back on there like that. All right, so we're going to reuse that. We need to get some of these 2x6 plates to start with. So we've got one here. And we'll find that there's another couple. There's one here, and we've got another one just here. So we'll just take that one off as well. Okay, so I just wanted to show that we're actually going to be using as many parts as we can find. So here's 3 plates to get started. Now, if we have a look at this here, we actually only need the 2. So we'll go ahead and we'll pop those down like that. Now we need a couple of 1x6s. Now unfortunately we don't have any in this setup, so you probably have some 1x6s floating around, so let's go ahead and pop those on like that. Okay, so now we need some 1x4s, and these are red bricks obviously, and we'll pop those 2 on like that. So that's the side profile there. Now for the front, we can actually go ahead and use these 1x4s, but you only get 2 of these in the set. So that's not very good, and personally I like a darker grey colour, more machine gun grey. So here's 3 of those now, and we'll just pop those in like that. Now we need a couple of 1x1 rounds to fit in there, so I'm going to have to go have a look and see if I've got some of those. Okay, so here's some 1x1 rounds in dark bluish grey. We'll just pop those on top like that. Now we need another 1x6 in red. But before we do that, we're going to actually fill out the back here. Because this particular module has its rocket launchers at the front here. There's an air intake at the front and there's an air outtake at the back here. So I thought that just adds a little bit more of a feature. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that right now. So to do that, we'll just use a 1x6 with holes and a 1x4 with holes. And that just goes on like that. Now we can pop this 1x6 on the side here and another 1x6 on the side here. So we're almost done. We need to go ahead and fill in this bottom bit. So we're going to use one of these grey bricks here. So we need one of these bricks here. We just pop that up like that. We need a couple of 1x2s. We don't have any of those, but we could get away and use some of these 1x3s that we've got. So let's go ahead and use those. We'll pop that open there, put some 1x3s in here and here, and they will just sit on like that. Okay, so the 1x3s are on there. Now we need a way to put a plate on the bottom, so we've got a hole access through there. Now we'll find this piece on the bottom of this launcher here. So if we have a look here, we actually have one of those 2x4s with holes. So we'll pop that on like that. So that's the base of the module. Now we need to go ahead and put on one of these. Now this is an inverted plate. I guess it's being used for racing cars and things like that, or undercarriage of a speedboat of some sort. So I just like the look of that, and it gives this effect that it's got an air vent, plus it actually acts to hold these pieces together. So we definitely want that to happen. We don't want it to fall apart in battle. So now we go ahead and we put on this lid here, like that. We use a couple of these 1x2 angles there and another one on the other side here. Now, one more thing we forgot here is to put another 1x4 plate in. Okay, so the 1x4 plate just goes in under here, so we'll pop that on now, and that'll just make that a little bit firmer. Now we'll go ahead and put on this other 1x2 just here. So that's the basic module. We'll just push that down a little bit. I don't know why that's come up. Now that is the long-range missile launcher. Now we have to find a way to mount it. So if we have a look on this side of the mech, we can actually see I've actually put another Technic lift arm on. And I'm using one of these thin ones for a reason you'll see in a minute. So let's just take this off first, like that. And we'll just take that one off as well. So what we can see is we've left this pin here and we're putting on this, but we also need to fix this up. So we'll use one of these 3/4 Technic pins. So it's not quite as small as the half, but we'll pop that in there. Okay, so that's in place now. Now we can use this Technic half beam and we'll just pop that up like that. Okay, so that looks about right. Now these can go back on and they'll fit nicely in there like that. So we'll go ahead now, we'll finish this off. So we need to make this piece. Now that's why we took off the flag before, because we just happen to have one of these. Now I took out the blue pin because we actually want a Technic axle to fit in there. So you just use one of these small Technic axles and that'll just sit on there like that. Now this just actually fits in here and it's nice and snug like that. And if we actually just pull it forward, we can actually go ahead and just clip this in. Now because it's a friction pin, it'll actually allow you to move it and also keep it there steady. So we'll go ahead and do the other one now. And popping it in that way and bring this forward. And we'll just pop that in like that. So there is the Fire Mech with long-range missile launchers. It's definitely a weapons upgrade, and there's still plenty of firepower here for the Fire Mech. But we don't want to go overboard and put in all these fire blasters when you really just need long-range missiles sometimes. So we've got a lot of pieces left over, and that's pretty cool. We could use that for something else, but we aren't going to do that at the moment. Now, one other thing you could do is put these little orange things onto the actual missile launchers and turn them into fire rockets. But I think I like it the way it looks like that. So I'm pretty happy with how the Fire Mech turned out. Do you want to see more weapons upgrades for this Fire Mech? Well, if so, please like and leave a comment below. I am planning to do a full alternate build for this Fire Mech with existing parts. So please like and subscribe, tell your friends, and bye for now.